I think. That looks like the moon. Oh, look at that cool, misty, spooky moon. But it's not. Which light is it? Oh, it's that one there. That's what it looks like. Ah. Yeah, a bit more. Just good how you had it. And you can still see the chat. What are you trying to do?
Focus it.
If you move it out a bit, it'll focus.
See if I can fix it.
Just go slow. Still looks like the moon.
Weird, doesn't it?
Yeah. Ooh, double moon. It's trying to focus. You see that? Like this.
No.
Double moon. Just gonna make it copper. Gonna make this stay now.
Making a cuppa, dear. I wonder if they can see the UFO on the screen. Maybe we shouldn't tell them about the mothership. Out there. There it is.
Like the mothership.
The rain tumbles down in July. We gotta go pee. Hello, hammers. This is the storm of the century. Well, storm of this week, anyway. Straight from the Antarctic. Below freezing conditions. And a mothership has appeared in the sky. Yeah, there. It's very close to 2 inches of rain today so far. Which is about how much we've had all year prior to that. Doubled the rainfall. Actually, it's not that cold. It's about 10 degrees. But it will get cold when the rain passes and the wind from the cold front comes in. Sleepy weather is the rain. Let me get a close-up of that spaceship, or it'll get too blurry.
That's, yeah, not too close to that blurry.
It's just hovering there. Good morning, sunshine. Hello, awesome. Had a lot of rain today. Didn't get a lot of wind, which is good. Mind you, we only ate spaghetti bolognese. Which was yum, by the way.
Mothership.
The bolognese was excellent. If you did see the video, I actually, first half, showed you what a standard spaghetti bog meat mix looks like. And then I added bits and pieces to it, which we used as a spaghetti bog, and it was yum, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We're looking for raindrops. We're sitting under our patio, and there's areas when it gets really heavy where it comes through. You could be sitting there having a cigarette, and all of a sudden, you got a wet soggy.
No, wait, watching out for aliens. So did you like your song, Awesome? Yeah.
Like me, tender. Turn around a bit so I can see us. Hold it back.
Put it on the top.
Hello. Bloody get a makeup artist and she runs away and leaves my hair looking like crap. Can't get good stuff today. That was a big front today for us. It's just rain, which is great. Brilliant. All our farmers need it. A lot of our state is the food basket. Another door. This
I know
door,
that's the same one.
behind this door, if you take this door, you win a trip to Bogologaland. Now this is the old front door. But our shed is full of building material for the new extension, so there ain't no room in there. And it won't be long. But we're thinking about, because this is a solid old door, it's 70 years old. And we'd get 30 or 40 bucks, maybe more if we sold it. But we're thinking if we build any sort of outbuilding down the back, it's a damn fine door. So we're just thinking about it.
I thought your dad did awesome. Made a chicken thing out of doors, didn't he?
Yeah, it's one of those things that I'm not a hoarder. If you ask my wife, if we don't use it, I throw the bloody thing.
I don't.
But I'm thinking, probably use it. So it might be 6 months till I use it. But if I go and get rid of it, and then I think I build something down the back, and I think, I wish I'd have kept that door.
You need to move back that much and then move your camera back that much. I'm watching the drips.
We have drip alert.
So where? I mean that way.
Stand
that way.
by.
No, that way. That way.
Go back.
I'll show you. You move.
On this angle, on this angle.
You move, not the table. You move to here. I'll show you.
You couldn't make this stuff up.
Okay. Yes. Perfect. Well, I could let you get dripped on.
Where's this supposed phantom drip?
That's it. Now, what I was saying, your dad made a chicken coop or something out of old doors, didn't he? Awesome. Is that what you were saying once?
You see how advertising works, though. I could say to you, got a good friend of mine who's a maritime salvage expert, and when he went down the Titanic, actually he didn't have to go down the Titanic. This washed up on the shore. This has Kate Winslet DNA on it. And today you can have it for 45 grand. It'll even be signed by Kate. The word Kate will be on there.
Okay.
$45,000 is yours. Going once, going twice, sold to Mr. Gullible in the back row. People will buy anything. You don't think you should move like a quarter inch to the left and maybe north?
I've done that twice. Did you want to get dripped on? I could have left you where you were.
This is what you were saying at the time.
drip was
You need to move a little bit over there, and
Oh, shut
about
up.
there. I'm thinking, okay. Apparently there's this phantom drip
There's no phantom drip.
about to happen. Well, you should give me the evil eye.
Yes. Stop it. I've been busy.
We finalised a lot of the things we need to do in our house extension today. That's good. Just need the paperwork to be signed now by the government departments.
Yeah, that's going to be...
Dreamweaver.
How long?
Mm-hmm.
2-3 weeks?
I'm waiting for the rain. Hang on. See you later. Yeah, you should get it. We had, we had about 2 inches here, Dream.
It's a slow process.
Yeah, government red tape. Wonderful.
I forgot where Dreamweaver is.
Yeah, when I made up that spaghetti bog cum chili mix, I used 2.5 pounds of meat and all the extra stuff that went in there. And we'll get 8 meals out of that easy, so it cost $9 Australian for 2.5 pound, which is a kilo, for good mince. It is actually good mince. It's got a little bit of fat in it, because I don't like using ground beef that's lean. There's no bloody flavour, to be honest. So 9, everything else, probably about 12 bucks, all up, for 8 meals. And they're a good size meal, trust me. This one here is having 2 bits of toast and she's forcing the last bit down.
I was so full. I was so full, Awesome, I couldn't fit in a chocolate.
That's full. She can't fit chocolate in. But I think it's like, what did she say? Something about a hot summer coming. Yeah, well, we're gonna, this is cold winter for us. Not freezing, but it's cold. 1.36 kilo of ground turkey for mine. Yeah, see, turkey for me, we don't have a Thanksgiving, obviously, in Australia. We have turkey sometimes. You go around someone's place for Christmas, over the Christmas period. It doesn't have to be Christmas Day. You can have 3 or 4 meals either side, if you know what I mean. But turkey's not big, is it?
What they do here, we mainly buy what they call a turkey roll. We don't buy like a whole turkey to have it at Christmas. It's
No, I don't
like
think
it's just the breast made into
I can't remember when I
roll.
bought turkey last.
You see, I don't mind turkey. You don't like it.
It's not that I don't like to. I actually like dark meat on turkey. For me, it tastes like beef. Those who cook turkey know what I'm talking about. Turkey legs, cooked properly, taste like beef.
I dream it's cold here.
But I don't really like the turkey breast. It's like
I do.
most people that cook it make too dry.
Dream it's cold here and been raining all day.
2 14-year-olds. Look, I used to call my kids the fridge. At one stage, I put a lock on a fridge. Because my eldest son, he'd just consume anything. Be like,
Are you ready to die?
am I ready to die?
I don't know. Alpha's. How are you talking to Alpha? Who's ready to die?
I didn't see that. But we've all got to be ready to die at one given time.
But you didn't say hello to Alpha. Alpha
I
came
didn't
in.
see Alpha.
Yeah, Alpha said, are you
Duck,
ready?
I like duck. Now I do like duck. Crispy duck though. Lemon crispy duck, Peking crispy duck. Duck's nice. Cooked properly. It's a problem with any food though, if it's not cooked properly, it's crap. 10 degrees Celsius on July 1st, it's summer here. Yeah, you do live fairly far north though, Hammers. It's 10 degrees here now, and that's cold for us. It's not freezing, like I say, but it's cold. And Nicole said the other day in Manchester it was 22 in a heat wave. Our maximum temperature yesterday was 23, and I still had the jumper on. I just think some of these people in Northern Hemisphere, if you do come to Australia, you better come at this time of the year.
You don't know me. Yes, we do. We know you, Alpha.
You don't know me. That sounds like a song from Petula Clark. You don't know me. Da 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 da.
We've seen you in Awesome's chat. Is it Awesome? Was it your chat, Awesome? I don't know.
I've seen
you,
Alpha for years.
Seen you somewhere.
Alpha's been around for a long time.
Yes, I know.
But what did he say? We're all going to die, and we
I
don't
don't
know
know.
him.
I
So
don't-
is this an Alpha clone?
I don't know. I didn't even see that, Awesome.
But getting back to turkey. Hello, Jenny D. Turkey for me, I'll eat the leg meat because I like the beefy type flavour. Everywhere I've been, and I'm pretty old, people overcook the turkey. It ends up like slabs of cardboard. You've got to smother it with something. So I'm not keen on turkey at all. But duck, chicken, of course, everyone eats chicken. What does it taste like? Tastes like chicken, son. Eat it. Yes, was just in my stream, just finishing brekkie for the family.
Oh, what did you do for brekkie, Awesome?
Don't tell me, you had turkey.
Your wife should listen. What am I listening?
I don't know.
I don't know. What did you have for brekkie, Awesome? Bacon and eggs?
I reckon it's got something to do with bacon.
Yeah, Awesome's got a wrench. Awesome, it's up to you. Whatever you got to deal with.
Alpha thinks I'm going to die, and he's right. I'm dying. But that's okay.
Yes.
At the moment, I'm alive.
Yes, Dream, we have tried venison.
Yeah, venison's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Kangaroo's okay.
Venison is pretty rich meat like kangaroo.
Roo can be, unless you cut and bleed a roo properly, it can be a little rich. You got to bleed wild animals. I think your wife talks a lot. All right, well, I'll just get someone there. Janie, can you just give Alpha a timeout? And if he annoys anyone else, because he won't speak like that about my wife.
That's all right. Awesome's handling
And if you come back and after that you're an arsehole, you'll get booted.
it. Awesome's got it.
We don't need arseholes.
It's fine.
Maybe he's
okay.
not having a good 4th of July, I don't know.
Maybe he's joking.
That's all right. He's now in time out.
He's usually okay, isn't he? Awesome.
Don't know. I don't care. We just have fun, have a chat. You mention my wife in any derogatory term, you're in the shit. I'll snap you in fucking half. That's what'll happen. You haven't seen the side of me, and I don't want to show it. Anyway, turkey. Yeah, we've got one in timeout at the moment. But turkey for me, dry. I've had turkey once by an old lady. It was juicy and, you know, yum. That was once in about 50 years. But the turkey legs, and when I was playing sport, we used to have an old lady that cook up a whole whack of turkey legs for the boys. A lot of protein in there, of course.
You're probably right, Dream.
I don't see half the chat, so I apologise for that.
Seats misses half the chats, and Awesome's just quicker than me.
But yeah, so when it comes to the 4th of July, I'm guessing it's a little bit like a celebratory dinner. You know what I mean? I guess you have feasts at lunchtime. I'm guessing lunchtime would be a big feed on the 4th of July.
Oh, you don't have to apologise. Maybe he's... Look, I'll give anyone the benefit of the doubt. I've never really spoken to Alpha, and we've usually when I have seen him in chat, he's been fine.
I don't give a care, but I mean, I won't have my wife disrespected in any form.
Maybe he thinks...
By no one.
Maybe he thinks I'm someone else. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, so what's the go for, is it a lunchtime feast for the 4th of July? I'm pretty sure you'll have fireworks at the end of the day like we do for Australia Day. We have huge fireworks. And I'm sure it'll be no different in cities and towns all across the US. Maybe do your own fireworks. We're not allowed to do that here.
That's right, it's the 4th there.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so what are you all doing?
1776, America got rid of the monarchy from the England and the evil and the tax, and now our system's worse than it ever was. Please come back, be our monarchy. I'm only kidding. 1776, 4th of July, Independence Day for 13 states in America, because that's all there was at the time, of course. How do I know all this stuff? And yeah, it was actually independence from the monarchy. That's actually what it was. But it was all, we'll go back in time a bit. We all know the Boston Tea Party. We're not paying your bloody tax, you thieving mongrels. That's what it was all about. But Americans pay an enormous amount of tax now. I've got a friend who showed me, used to get tax slips in these pay slips, and it showed state tax, something levy, federal tax. It went down about 10 lines. And had a little bit down the bottom where he said, you keep that little bit for yourself.
Oh, thank you, Howard. Awesome, that sounds yum. So
I am very indeed blessed.
Are you going to put the corn cobs on the barbecue as well?
I'm just answering Dream. Yeah, it's a big thing in Australia Day, the 26th of January in Australia. Hello, Danny. It's huge. I mean, the fireworks alone in all our capital cities, they're monstrous. They're just unbelievable. And in regional cities, they're huge. And there are whole days of celebration. And the one thing that we tend to have forgotten is the fact that we only came here a little while ago. And I certainly see the indignation in our indigenous populations, which of there are 838 tribes in Australia. 838. There's about 180 in my state alone. And they don't celebrate Australia Day. So something's got to happen. When we become a republic, which won't be that far away, we'll have to make a proper Australia Day, which includes everybody, if you know what I mean. But that's our business, and we'll sort that out.
Awesome. You could do a little video of your barbecue.
Yeah. I've been waiting 6 months for a bloody cooking video. And what do I get? Nothing.
You'd next be asking him for a song.
You think about Cronulla? Is that what you're talking about, Dream? The Cronulla riots a few years ago? Yeah. Yeah, it's sort of a... We get our family together on Australia Day, but we don't wave flags and, you know, hoo-ha, carry on. We just get together with family. And the 26th of January, whatever day it is, well, I'm sure it's in the US as well. It's Wednesday in the US, and I'm sure it's a day off. Ours falls on the midweek. We have the day off as well. You just have to sneak the camera up to the food.
Yeah, that'd be cool, awesome.
Your wife talks a lot. All right, you're gone now. I would like whoever it is. Alpha, I don't know what you're doing. And if you're not Alpha, I apologise. But if you are Alpha, you can now fuck off. For good. You're finished.
Oh, Jamie D also got him.
So enjoy your Independence Day, Alpha.
Well, I don't know. Let's just come out of left field.
That's all right. We've dealt with him in the way that's appropriate for his behaviour. Eliminated. Yeah, the kids get the little Aussie flag painted on their cheeks down the beach, big tents. Your wedding anniversary, congratulations, Danny. May your day be filled with love, joy and happiness. And a few gifts from the husband. Yeah, come here. But, yeah, it's funny day, Australia Day. Look, most Australians just think it's a day off and they get, you know, have a barbecue and a few beers. That be the truth. What? I can't hear a word you're
She's
saying.
asking where you got the stick from.
Why are you whispering then? I'm not sure where we got it from. Was it a camera place or something?
Yes.
Yeah, camera place or something. Now I've missed half of what everyone said. I don't think Miss talks too much. She doesn't get the chance. Yeah, that's fair comment, Jenny. But every time I do this, take the camera off me. Take the camera.
If you're watching Alpha,
You always get, oh, that's a good thing to remember. Actually, I know a lot of people do that. They'll have, they'll pick a specific celebratory day and get married on it so they can combine the two. Not a good idea to get married on Christmas Day because you're still only getting one present. You know what I mean? Not a good idea.
Dream, that's the football players you can hear practicing on the oval that's behind us. And now I will shut up because I've said too much.
It's the Naked Football Association of Australia. All run around absolutely naked. But you don't want to see that. Yeah, Dream, up in Queensland it's been weird weather. I watched a bit of that. Been getting rain in some parts. And you've been getting down to the 26s, 25s, but it's quite warm for winter. But we're getting another prediction of a savage summer here. But at least we got some rain. We don't get a lot of rain here. So 2 inches today is good, since we've only had about 5 for the year. So it was a big day. But it's not that cold. Look tomorrow and tell you where I get the stick from. Righto.
Yeah.
I don't know what is up his arse, Hammers.
No.
I've never said anything against him, and my wife certainly has. But I'm done with him. I'm finished talking about him. He's now in the Netherlands. He's in dream time.
Yeah, we're
Mere
near,
memory.
Yeah, we back
About
on
a kilometre away.
show the lights to Dream.
Okay. I'll show you.
So they're the lights.
That
to
big
oval.
light is closest to us, and the field goes all the way across there, and that's another light over the other side, and that's another light over the other side. So it's about probably half a kilometre to that light, but to the other side it'd be about a kilometre, so it's a fair way away. It's a big park. Yeah, so it's quite big. It's like the moon coming up there, but it's just a light. where I showed you that big light is where they let rip the fireworks. So we just sit in our backyard, and some of the stuff lands in our backyard, but it's like having your own personal fireworks. I think it went for about half an hour last year, didn't it? Non-stop.
Yeah.
We had one of our grandkids, our granddaughter, she was here and she did not like, because it was like, they were going up and they come right across the top of our house and then woof, she was there, we're doing, ah!
Because it was quite...
So she had to go inside.
Yeah, it was quite noisy, that's why.
Yeah, but it's, I mean, I suppose you get, a lot of this you're hearing is training, but they do play games on the weekend. But this is as noisy as it gets, so it's not a big deal. It's not a huge stadium, if you know, it's just a really big park. Oh, well, someone's trying. I've got a feeling I know who this is, but he'll now be removed. I now know who this is, but that's okay.
Who is it?
No, I won't say it. I won't give the pleasure of the person.
Oh, thanks, Janie.
Goodbye.
You're quick
Goodwill hunting.
That's not RC Bully, is it?
No. See how it works here? Brief reign of terror and then gone. That's the way to do it.
There's the ghost train.
Yep, train's coming in. It's funny how quickly that coffee went cold.
Give us so that it doesn't start with an N.
No, it doesn't start with an N, but it's irrelevant. If you give relevance to someone who's irrelevant, you give them relevance. See what I mean? So I'll give them no reference or relevance, which is what they were after.
Oh, well.
So they're not getting it. So I'm probably going to make with some of that mix tomorrow. Do you want some enchiladas?
Oh, I haven't even thought about food for tomorrow. I'm full from today still. I couldn't even fit chocolate after dinner.
I bet you can. I bet you do. You sit there and go, oh, can you just squeeze the one more wafer thin?
Oh, yeah, I had some about, 2 hours after we ate. I had a bit
Cup of
chocolate.
joe. Make mine. No sugar. And a little bit of cream. Make sure we use milk. We don't use cream. I'm pretty sure most Americans, when they say, I have cream in mine, I think they mean milk, don't they? Even though maybe they call full cream milk, I guess. You've got this table well balanced. Looks like I'm a bobblehead.
I didn't touch it. I mean, I didn't move it. I just put it this up.
Yeah, I enjoyed the spaghetti bog. Had fun making that for you. Awesome. It was good.
She's just gone somewhere for a
Has
minute.
she?
She said, be right back.
Right, she's probably gone to the dunny to do the business. Yeah, I've tried cream in the coffee. It's just a bit too rich for me. I've had hazelnut cream. That's nice. Usually on top of me a cake. But it's good. I love hazelnut. I love all nuts actually. All nuts. It's not a nut. I'm trying to think of a nut I don't eat. I eat them all. Actually, what we could... Hello, there we go. Alien. Not really true cream. There is no sugar in milk, to be honest with you. Unless you add it. What's she doing? What are you doing? Huh? Your milk says it has sugar in it. Not sure where you're getting your bloody milk from. Sweet cow? I don't think I mean, I like milk. You know, I can just have a glass of milk. I had one tonight with a couple of biscuits. Could be, they could add sugar, but cows don't naturally have sugar. They have what they call a sucrose, which is in us as well. We have a sucrose base, or a sugar base in us. But lactating cows generally have fat, protein, Of course, when you separate it, you have to weigh. But I like making my own butter, but only when the cream's on special. I don't care what cream it is. You turn any cream into butter. Then you add it with buttermilk, which is a bonus. They all saw you.
Do my usual.
Yeah, Jamie, I remember reading a story about the famine in Ireland. Well, there's been several famines in Ireland, but one in the 17th century was particularly harsh because of the potato blight. But the story is that even when there was no blight and there was no problem with the crops, you can survive on potatoes and milk because they've got all the essentials for the building blocks of life for your body. So just potatoes and milk, which can mean milk, cheese, you know what I mean? You can have a separation. Yogurt if you like. Potatoes can be chips, roasted spuds, mashed spuds. Pretty limited diet, but you throw in the fact that they would make bread out of some type of grain. Bread's not always been made out of wheat. That's not the case. Probably barley or a strain of barley was the first bread ever made, I think. But I like it. I don't know whether you guys actually get it, but we have barley and rye bread. That's nice, isn't it?
Yes.
That's a barley and rye bread. That's
And
a
then
beaut bread to have.
Just straight rye bread, but
Just straight rye bread?
I mainly buy wholemeal.
Yeah.
Today I got, what did I get? Linseed and, I can't remember, something.
4% sugar to 100 ml. It's extraordinary. You'd have to ask yourself, is that induced sugar or is that natural? Don't know. But it's not enough to worry you. If you think about it, 2 litres of milk with 4% is 80 ml.
Oh,
So about a teaspoon of sugar.
should I go check our milk?
Oh, you can if you want to, I don't care.
I'll go have a look at our milk now.
You wouldn't get super fat, Danny. To eat potatoes and just milk, yeah, of course if you ate, like, sucked a whole cow dry each day, probably. But natural fats burn through the body. Naturally. That's why I eat fat. If I have a bit of steak with a fat on it, I eat the fat. Nothing wrong with it. Your body needs fat. Yeah, Joni, I'm sure you probably could get it there. We either get a rye bread or we get a barley and rye. It's brown, it's wholemeal, and usually nice and crusty on the outside and fairly soft on the inside. But you can get your own grain, make your own bread. I will do a couple of videos in the future making just some homemade bread.
I can't see.
Our bodies need bacon. Oh, she's asking me, I haven't got a hope.
I can't see any sugar in there.
Calcium, sodium, some chemical name, no, dietary fibre, sugars.
Denies.
Yeah, 4.9 grams of sugar.
Oh,
What if they had that?
I didn't even know that.
I missed some talkies. Definitely bacon. In northern Canada, Hammers says the only enemy is the bitter cold. Yeah. In fact, even though, look, the heat wave, particularly through Asia Major, other words, China and India, has killed thousands of people in the last week. Even that sounds terrible, but I can tell you the truth is when it gets extremely cold, tens of thousands of people would die. If the planet cools, we'll have a rapid depopulation far quicker than if the planet heats. That's just the physics of our body. We can all survive comfortably. Sounds a bit weird. We can survive at 0 degrees, but not further below as a population. I missed someone. Someone said hello.
Buttercup.
Hello, Buttercup. No, I would get fat. I'm Hispanic, and my genes tell me that I've got to dance with the Castanedas. And there's no such thing as being fat. There's a simple thing about eating too much.
Well,
One of the greatest dietitians in the world said simply, a good diet and a healthy diet is good for you, but stop eating shitloads of food and that will help. You know, what's the latest one? keto diet, or ketosis. We do that naturally every day. We ate at 3 o'clock today, didn't we? Ate earlier
Yeah.
today, and we won't eat till probably lunchtime tomorrow, which means that my body has all the time in the world to process what I ate for about 15, 16 hours. Then I'll eat again. We ate today at 3 because we both said, yeah, a bit hungry. Let's have some of Awesome's bolognese.
Actually, I think we ate earlier than that. We
Might have been earlier than 3,
Yeah, I think it was earlier.
just because we
today.
felt hungry.
Oh, Danny, you're not fat.
I think, yeah, I mean, I don't even like to use the words we do intermittent fasting. We just eat when we're hungry.
Yeah.
So, and in amongst all of that, we can have fruit. You have bananas. I like bananas.
Apples.
You like apples. I like mandarins.
I
So
love pineapples.
just drifting throughout those 24 hours, we might have a couple of pieces of fruit each. But when we do eat, we had a good sized meal tonight, even though some people might think it's not huge. It was a good size for us. Filled me up completely.
It was a big deal.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I did for a period of time when I was younger was eat raw. But you eat a lot. I've got to tell you, if you go on a raw diet,
Ew.
you eat a lot. Now, a raw diet consists of all the things you can imagine: fruit, nuts. See, bread's not involved with a raw diet. A lot of people think, oh, good, I can just have raw bread. No, that's been cooked, if you know what I mean. So, raw diet is dried fruits, nuts. There are certain things you can have. You can eat raw eggs if you want it, but I didn't eat raw
Oh.
eggs. But things like raisins and prunes and dates, you don't go hungry, but you eat an enormous amount of the foods. And it was explained to me why. The actual chewing involved of all those dried fruits, nuts, you can't swallow them whole, is like the old celery story. If you eat a stick of celery just by itself, the energy consumed in eating it dissipates the amount of calories that were in it. In other words, in fact, your body uses more energy to eat the celery stick than what the celery will give you in calories. I don't recommend people live on celeries. You will die. And you'll smell funny. Who's that guy over there? It's Mr. Celery.
I don't really like celery.
I don't mind celery with cream cheese, a bit of black pepper. Yeah, it's nice.
I used
Some
to
people like peanut butter in
Yeah.
it too.
I used to like it with peanut butter, but I don't really anymore.
But I just think you should eat when you're hungry. I'm not telling people what to do. But, you know, just because it says 12 o'clock, time to eat lunch. I haven't done that for decades. You know, we'll go around to people's place for a barbecue, and we deliberately won't eat all day, knowing that at that time, whatever it is, there's everything there, a huge feed. So we just don't eat before we go.
Oh, if we have fruit, maybe.
Or if you eat a lot of asparagus, you'll fart. Incredible. Whew. But I do like asparagus, actually. It's nice. Not a real big fan of it, this one over here.
No.
I like mine done just in boiling water, bit of butter, black pepper, poached egg on top. Very fancy. Yeah, so I didn't really get the gist of what you guys are having for a celebratory barbecue. Is that what happens? Is it a daytime thing or is it a nighttime thing and you combine it with watching your fireworks? I did see a bit of what people wrote. I didn't see it all. Makes my pee smell funny.
Yeah, cabbage, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for us, it'll be a lunchtime barbie followed by going down watching the fireworks. I love green beans and garlic. Oh yeah, that's me. You got me in there. I get my beans so there's still a little bit, tiny little bit of a bite in it. Then I'll take all the water, if I'm boiling, take it out and I'll put in a big dob of butter. You know, cracked black pepper, just like you do, and on the plate. Beautiful. We eat a lot of beans actually, don't we?
Yeah.
Beans is good. Tastes better coming out the garden though.
We found those bean chips.
Oh yeah, yeah. Some dried roasted bean chips. Runner bean chips. Dinner, barbecue, ribs, then
Oh,
fireworks.
nice.
Sounds good. Do families get together? Because you get the day off, I gather you get family or friends over or go somewhere. Must be, yeah. Normally fireworks here, because summer your light stays lighter longer, so dusk for you would be 8 o'clock or something. About the same here, 8:30. They normally do a kids show, you know, just as get the sun set, it's half light, they'll do a kids fireworks first. So the kids go to bed, and about 9 o'clock they'll do the big one. That's pretty normal, isn't it? A little one for the kids first and then a big one. Only about 10 minutes for the kids one, but the kids love it.
Yeah.
And we get fireworks to up at least half an hour, non-stop. I'll show you when we have Australia Day. It's only a few days away,
We did.
like 6 months.
We did it this year.
Yeah, we did a bit this year, did a little one.
It's on the channels.
Watch the neighbour light fireworks.
So they're illegal here. We're not allowed.
Yeah, no, we're not
The
allowed.
normal person in Australia is not allowed to buy fireworks.
When I was a kid, you could
They've
buy whatever you like.
They've banned it. A good 20 years ago.
More than that. It was
Yeah.
late 70s.
Dad used to do a big bonfire, and then he'd also let some gelignite off.
They do, Johnny. Ooh, look at it. Ah! But there was a year in the mid-70s where I think 4 kids lost parts of their hand playing this stupid game called Dare. Hang on to it as long as you can and then throw it. Not a very good game. Most of them lost all their fingers. So because of that, there was a big hoo-ha cry, stop it, blah, 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 and bushfires that it caused.
I mean, our general store, what we call a general store, just the corner shop, or used to be fireworks everywhere.
Big boxes of them, you can buy
Yeah.
what you like. But it's Guy Fawkes Night is what they call it here, and that is November the 15th. Guy Fawkes was the guy that wanted to blow up the British Parliament. Unfortunately, he got caught. Masses of barrels of gunpowder under Parliament House in England, and someone said, hey, they're going to blow you up. You know?
Hear that?
You know what that is, don't you? Yeah,
What?
that's an Alpo wagon. You have the right to remain silent. We prefer you do, because you're annoying. But the idea of celebrating something normally means getting your family together, really. That's what it does. Christmas. We celebrate Christmas. When I was a kid in the UK, and I come from English Yorkshire heritage, you would still get a gift on Christmas Eve. You could all sit around the tree and you get one gift. In Germany, they celebrate Christmas on the 24th. That's what they do. So we get the best of both worlds here. We do a German one on the 24th, and then we have one on the 25th, which works out great. No leftovers left over. But yeah, they're probably the 2 big ones.
Wonder why it's different days for Guy Fawkes, 5th of November in the UK.
Oh, it could be the 5th. I could be wrong. Did I say 15th?
Yeah.
Could be the 5th. But yeah, that's what it was for in Australia. But the thing is, November, it's hot. Fireworks going up in the sky, bushfires starting. Yeah, take celery, let's spare my life. Boxing Day is again, we meld about 4 days together. It's like family because Australia's huge, it's like the US. So families that come in a couple of days before Christmas, be a sort of a meal then, say on the 23rd, 24th. We do our German Christmas, 25th. We do the Heritage Christmas, as everyone else does. Then Boxing Day, traditionally in Australia, you grab a cricket bat, go down the beach, have a few drinks,
And a barbecue.
barbecue and play beach cricket.
And eat
Or in the park.
the last of the leftovers.
Yeah, eat the ham that's left over and all the steaks that didn't get used. And so it's clean-up day, really. So about 4 days of celebrations, if you like. It is a pagan holiday. even before you mentioned the word Jesus Christ on the 25th of December, it's always been a pagan celebration. It's true. I'm not making it up. My grandfather, I think I told you the story, said they used to celebrate 112 days of the year for a pagan saint, for this festival, for that. 112 days off.
That's cool. I
Can you
do
imagine?
that, yeah.
You're not going to get that sort of holiday regime now, but they were in festivals and in honour of. You know, it was big things. Usually festivals didn't go for a day. They went for like a week. People in the old days had to travel a very long way, like 20 mile by foot, to get to a village to celebrate. So they're not going to come in and go shoot off in the afternoon.
If you can hear that noise, I know what that is. That's every night.
That's the alien spacecraft.
Ah.
Ooh la. Yeah, but it's good. I mean, these days that we celebrate, we probably celebrate our families more. Saturnalia back then. It was called Saturnalia. I can't see if I'm reading it. Why aren't they good?
Yes, Saturnalia.
Yep,
Oh,
Germany likes
yes.
drinking. Mate, when we were there, it was a festival just outside Stuttgart. And there was Dundels and
it was-
Lederhausen everywhere.
It was the spring festival and it goes
Yeah.
for a whole month.
Whole month. They celebrate for a month. So even though it's a celebratory day, it is the family coming together. Or best you can. You can't get everyone in the family in the same place at the same time because life is different now. We don't live in a small village where everyone is still close. In Australia, our village is, 5,000 kilometres from one side to the other. Hello, Jag Girl. You're right about that Regulardo. It's definitely a little bit sloppier than it used to be. Eberdeen, I can't read that too quick. Festival or something.
Edinburgh Feast. I haven't heard of that one. Awesome.
All the festivals between whole of Saxony, France, Germany, England, were celebrated on the same time frames. All over the world, everyone celebrates May Day. So there are some things pagan-wise that we still do. But it's to do with the equinox, it's to do with celebrating harvests. That was very popular, harvest celebrations. I remember as a kid going to all different country towns in the UK, big festivals and a lot of good hospitality. Baked Fish Fest in Warehams. Yeah, okay, I'll give that a miss. Thanks for the offer. I'll decline. But I have to say, this is our peak of winter coming up, July and the beginning of August. They're our coldest months, so without doubt, the end of July and the beginning of August in the US is the hottest. So you've still got some hotter weather to look forward to.
Your Deutsch
Mein
is,
Dutch is rusty.
yours is better than mine, awesome, and I'm German. I can't.
Frau Hooker.
I can't. Frau Hooker.
Frau Hooker. Yeah, they don't use W, do they? So in December you celebrate Christmas and it's summer. Oh yeah, well and truly summer. I lived in a town called Geraldton, well, a city now, and the average Christmas temperature would have been 105. Further north where I live, the average temperature at Christmas is about 120. So we have a hot Christmas. But we still have barbecues and a lot of people have swimming pools, so you have a bit of a dip to keep cool.
Worms, you meant to write, not Worms. Worms is a city in Germany.
Actually, I'm not sure if it was Sonia, but someone watched one of my old Shit Hit the Fan series. I did a mock series about surviving in the shit of the fan. I did, and someone watched a bear. It was you, was it, Sonia? Yeah. Watched me do the bear ribs. And at the end, I just laughed because I'd forgotten about it. I laughed because there's our daughter's dog, the poodle, running around and attacking the toy bear.
Yeah.
So you can see I've been silly for years. Yeah, Oktoberfest is celebrated in Australia as
Yes,
well,
yes it is.
in a big way. Mind you, we like beer. Thank you very much. I've got a lot of videos on storytelling. If you go to, I don't know where you go to on my channel to find storytelling. Is it, what's it called? A list?
I don't know,
There's a couple of lists of storytelling.
did you put them in entertainment or where did you
No,
put
they're
them?
they're in their own, whatever they call it.
Oh.
Playlist, that's what it's called.
Okay.
And I've got dozens and dozens of stories. From spooky ones to funny ones. Actually, most of them are funny. But yeah, I do like. I get all my storytelling ability because of my grandkids. G'day, keeping. It's about 10 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. It's not too bad. How is the moon? Oh yeah, you're talking about. Are you talking about the funny video? I've done a couple of funny videos about the moon. Yeah, it's a bit of a shock. Awesome. Yeah. I don't drink a lot. Never have. Whatever people may believe or not, but I'm one of these. G'day, JP. I'll have a couple of beers. Like if I caught up with JP for lunch, I'll probably have a beer. Look, on a really hot day and the families gather around, I might have 2 or 3. But I've never been a big drinker at all. Just haven't. And when I go out, might have a glass of wine with a meal, followed by a glass of water.
It's about 10 here
It's
right
about
now.
10 degrees, yeah.
It's about 10 degrees. And the rain has stopped, finally.
Has stopped now, yeah. Might even be warming up a bit. But after we get this rain and it stops, behind it comes the cold air from the Antarctic. So it will be cold. Be cold tonight.
It's getting to the point we don't have a lawnmower and like the grass is actually growing. We'll
No.
have to go borrow someone's sheep or get
No.
a couple of rabbits.
No, we'll have a D9 in here shortly. That'll all be gone.
50 degree, yeah, Fahrenheit.
Yeah, but there's no wind, so it's not cold.
Oh, there's all different beers that we get. Some strong, some weak.
Yeah, we like
Then
German beer. I like Erdinger. That's good.
Sonia asked, she wonders if Aussie beer is stronger than American.
Yes. In a simple answer, yes.
Is it?
Yeah, most Aussie beer, what they call medium range, would be, or JP might be able to help me out. It's about 5%, 4.9. And someone told me in the US it's about 3.5 as a general rule, as a medium beer. You get a lot stronger beer, but
We have light beer, and then we also have the what we call Clayton's beer, which is non-alcoholic beer. It tastes like beer.
I'm not drinking that.
And there is one brand that's quite nice actually.
But we drink Carlton Black, not Carlton, Tooheys Old. That's a good drop. It's just a bit expensive here, JP. It's about $58 a carton. Yeah, your mids round about your 3.5s, I think they are. But I think our Tooheys is about 4 point something. Their liquor laws like they are. Oh yeah, you can't drink unless you're over 18. In the US it's 21 in most states, but it's 18 here. So, but when I was a kid, we'd sit around and we'd be given cider, which was alcoholic cider, but you'd only be given a little cupful. Different times, different era. Kids were encouraged, if they were going to have a drink, to have it with their family, not with their mates. A lot of, none of our kids smoke.
No.
Some of our kids drink, but not a lot. But times are changing. You know, when I was a kid, it was always the men going down the pub. And when they get home, they say, "Where's my dinner? It better be on the table."
Oh, Texas is a dry country. The whole of Texas. What?
No, that's not true.
Danny just wrote Texas is dry.
Maybe it's the weather she's talking about. Because there's certainly a dry terminology in Australia means no alcohol. We've got dry towns in my state, where the Aboriginal population just went crazy on alcohol, so they make it a dry town. When you work in the mining camps, it's a dry camp, so they use the word dry for mean no alcohol. And I know Texas ain't dry as far as alcohol.
I probably read it wrong. We were talking about alcohol, so I thought you meant alcohol maybe.
Yes, it is, Jag. I don't know what the question was.
How good Tucker's doing.
Yeah, it's going well. I'd like to see him ease up a little bit more, because it's a couple of weeks after your surgery that all these tissues and muscles start kicking in, and it's like, ooh, ow. You can overdo it, is what I'm saying. If you're listening, Tucker, don't overdo it. Just do your 100 push-ups a day, as normal, 50 squats, and swim, I don't know, a couple of 100 laps. That'll do. Take it easy. Well, his body's doing a fabulous job. The new heart is obviously helping rebuild cell structure. Takes a while. Like, you shed a lot of skin cells every day and new ones are replaced. Well, it's the same throughout your whole body. Your whole body gets replaced with new cells. So with a new system, Tucker will certainly replace and replenish some of the areas of his body that weren't that good. So he'll get a boost for sure. There's a lot of pluses going on. Still got to take it easy though.
I see Jenny G. Rat. No alcohol is bought on Sunday. No alcohol bought before noon. That's what you mean. Okay, I understand.
We don't have any such restrictions.
No.
You can drink whenever you like. Now, I threatened him months ago. I said, if you die before we get there, I'm going to dig you up and use you for content. Which he laughed at, of course. But yeah, no, he's going from strength to strength, and that's great. He's had a great support, obviously through his family, friends, and the whole community on YouTube that have got behind him in many ways, more than one. And so it should be. We actually lost a couple of family friends last week.
Week before, yeah.
So it's yin and yang. Life is just like that. You turn 52 weeks ago, I'd rather risk seeing what's on the other side. We'll get to look at it eventually. No need to rush it. But yeah, so you know, we've got a new grandchild being born January, we believe. And that's something to look forward to.
January the 11th, apparently.
But you gain people and you lose people. We all have our time. And we don't know when that is. It could be a long time. Yeah, no, that's just life. They were close family friends, so it was sad. One of them was a real close friend of my wife's mother. And we're talking like they came out from Germany together, basically, at the same time. So 60 years they knew each other, if you know what I mean. So, and of course we lost our dear mum last August, and she went in July, or end of June actually, wasn't it? End of June.
And
So
our friend's
they're up there playing some sort of sport.
And our friend's daughter.
And a friend of ours lost her daughter, which is terrible.
But it's amazing when you lose touch, because the funeral of Mum's girlfriend,
Hello, RV.
that's when we found out another old friend of Mum and Dad's had passed 12 months ago.
RV's starting to peak his channel now. Apparently he got another one sub this month.
Yeah, I subbed
Rocketing
him.
along.
I subbed him last
If
week.
you're not subbed to RV, or if you are subbed to RV, just unsub now. I just want you to unsub now,
No.
and then leave it for about half an hour, and he'll be down in the dumps, and then resub. He'll say, I've just gained 9 subs.
That's not good for your
I'm kidding.
account. I watched some of his videos. They're cool.
I mean, I find all these numbers. I use YouTube as an archive for my videos. Thank you very much, YouTube. The storage space I couldn't afford at home, trust me. So I've got my chronological life on Archie's stored for me. I do have about 1,500 subs. It means absolutely nothing to me. But what it does mean is that I've got all these videos. I've even got some that I've just put to private. I've probably got about 1,100 videos up there, and I've only got about 800 showing, I think.
But YouTube's not a safe way. If that's
Well,
what you're doing, you actually should have a copy yourself and
A lot of storage.
Because I do. I've got all mine saved on somewhere on hard drives.
Danny G, new sub, you've just doubled the monthly intake.
Yes.
But just unsub straight away, Danny, because they'll be going, yeah, wow, down one. Ah, have another one.
Oh, we've missed Hamid's birthday.
No, he's 50.
I know Johnny just said belated birthday to Hamid.
50 years old. I remember when I was 50. It's all downhill from now, Hammers. Nothing changes, actually. You just get older. Because I've always believed that old people are just young people with wrinkles.
Keeping's birthday is Sunday.
And it's the truth.
Well, if we don't
Keeping's
see you,
birthday is Sunday. He's 112.
if we don't see you, have a good birthday, Keeping,
You got to get some topsoil on that lawn, mate. That's perforated.
and it'll be 50.
What's happening underneath is that it's forming a hard clay base and it will just end up dying. So you got to get some sort of topsoil on there and soak the shit out of it. Probably a soaker hose would be a better deal than a retic at the moment. Retic are great, but you've got to contend with rain, and it's a pain in the ass to water it by hand, let's be honest. Well, it's pretty sad, Hammers, but at least he had the choice to do what he decided to do.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd still put topsoil on there, mate. So those perforations, the little cracks you got underneath, on top, could be a lot bigger underneath. Just saying. If you get, when I used to topsoil a bad lawn like that, I used to use a really wide comb, which was 4 metal rakes with ridges like that. So when you went over it, you just flattened everything out. 600 on the irrigation. And top it all up. I think you meant top, not tour it up. Good. For that money, you bloody expect so. Some people are unscrupulous. He had the retic done, and they've come back and fixed it by the look of it. But some of that looks so damaged to me that some of it won't recover. I'm not trying to put the jinx on you, Keeping, but some look like it had gone behind its use by date. Mind you, my backyard was just dust 4 weeks ago. Now it's, check out some of the grass over here. See that green stuff? About 1.5 feet high.
that's why I said we need to get a sheep or a goat in.
But our soil's good, but when it's dry, it's dry. But I don't need retic at the moment because I've got it fallen from the sky. But all this is being dug up because of the extension, so I'm not worried about mowing nothing. A D9 will fix it.
Oh, you got another
The
sun
guys
there.
that did the sod tour of the sprinkler system off. I'm a bit confused with that. Not sure what you mean, Keeping. You mean subsoil or topsoil? Is that what you meant? I don't understand funny talking Americans. Took 3 days to get them to come on here and fix. Yeah, well, they broke. I've always done my own retic, but we can have very little grass here because I don't want to keep my own grass now they get older. There's lots of paving, a grassed area because we want the animals to go and poop on a nice bit of green stuff, but not a lot. For the last 5 years I've used a electric lawnmower, which is I just plug it in, it charges up in about 1.5 hours and it goes for about 25 minutes. So we'll get another one of them, won't we?
Yeah.
Yep, 1%. We have got a debt crisis in Australia based on the fact that our housing bubble, yours happened in 2007 and 8 in the US, it's just happening here now. And a lot of people are underwater. In other words, they borrowed 600,000, but the house is only worth 400,000. But the banks don't care. But to make sure a lot of people don't forfeit on their homes, they'd reduce the interest rate to 1%. You could always get a mounted bear cart down the road to your lawnmower. Yeah, you'd probably get a free one if you went to a car park now and then. Oh, look at that. Hockey straps. Take them off. Free generator. You little beauty. Oh, I just had to warn it. So my battery's low. So we'll be ending this broadcast shortly.
You always do that. Forget to bring the thing out.
Oh, we've been on for an hour. That's long enough. Or a bit more than an hour, actually. All right, people. I think, I'm not sure, but Awesome. I don't know if she's actually slept today. She was up at 3 a.m. in a hangout. She may do a hangout. Your brothers, yeah, no, they're good. I forget what the voltage is, but they're brilliant. I mean, I'll be using solar power to charge the battery, so my lawn mowing won't cost me anything.
You didn't get notification. Well, sometimes I don't get notification. Just click on that bell and click.
No, don't worry about it.
Sometimes
If you catch me, you catch me, JP. There's no you have to be's anywhere.
Sometimes you've got to click
JP
that
will
bell.
open a hangout now, live. JP? Start a hangout. Even if you just wear a mask. I don't know. Who wants JP to start a hangout? Type in 69 in the side chat if you want JP to start a hangout.
Sometimes you've got to click that bell off and on again.
Here we go, yeah. I'll go live, you say, yeah, and he'll disappear and say, oh, I wanted to do a live last night, but our house got hit by a comet. So maybe tomorrow. You fibber. Another couple of minutes and we'll be gone. So, for all the people in America celebrating the independence of your country from the monarchy of England, have a good one. Have a quiet tipple of something. Enjoy yourself. See your family and friends. And you'll all be too drunk to even to be spoken with tomorrow, obviously. So I'll see you in a couple of days when you recover. That's what happens in Australia anyway. Awesome. Are you going to start? I like you, yeah.
I love you.
Awesome. Are you going to start a hangout? You'll just tell these people if you are.
I think poor Awesome needs to sleep.
I think she sleeps on the 5th. Yeah, by a 30-year mortgage, you'd be 80. That's true. All right, we're closing down. Broadcast from Australia is cessating right now. So if you'd like to switch over to the Awesome Hooker channel, which will be going live in any moment.
Who is that masked man?
Right, let's do it like the TV dies.
Night, everyone.